Well, hello everyone and welcome back. We have made our way into game number 3 here for the Fallout Gaming Major All-Stars Tournament event. The LAN will be taking place in Malaysia, and we're looking to go through these qualifiers and find out which teams are going to be making the trip across the seas. Here for the NA qualifier, we're in the finals. It's Fire Dota taking on Team eHug, and we have squared things up damn even. 1-1 here, so it's very action-packed. No stomps coming out today, and this draft is a flying. So with that, we'll just kind of roll on through. I'm KotLGuy, bringing you the coverage over here on Beyond the Summit, and I got my good buddies back with me, David, Blaze Casting, and Cart Dota on the stats. So Blaze, we're not going to be having any more of that sniper. Fire have taken the liberty to just ban it outright, and the VS, and eHug, of course, learning their lesson from game number 1, continue to ban out the Wisp. Let's see if we get to take this all the way to the 5-game stretch or not.
Yeah, it would be really exciting if we had the back and forth like that. But it's no surprise that Fire Dota will be banning out the sniper when they don't have first pick. The question is, in Game 4, will they ban it out when they actually could pick it up for themselves? And I think it probably would be better for them not to force us to do that once again. That was a pretty hard game to go through. But anyways, yeah, opening up with Lion Brewmaster, a lot of great team fight potential, some great disables. Makes it so that no matter what core Yawar picks, he's going to have a little bit of a difficult time. Just a lot of frustration up against a lot of disables. I think Slark would be the ideal pick here for Team eHug in round 2, but Fire Dota might be able to ban that one out and make it so that their disables actually stick. Speaking of sticky, Bat Rider's on the field for MJW, and Earthshaker is actually going to be rolling around here, probably in the hands of Ryu Zhao, though we have seen Trouth make some pretty cool plays with the hero as well.
Yeah, certainly so. Just this seems like a good foundation for both teams to start it up. Brew is probably the only peculiar pick, only because Brew hasn't really been the hot commodity as of recent. So with that, Brax, though, probably plays a formidable Brew. If it is indeed going to be Brax, I mean, last game, I feel like I called everything wrong. They just happened to switch everything about right there to the end. But for this go-around, even though they ban out the Vengeful Spirit, they do have the Lion, so that's a good counter to the Bat Rider having that insta-hex. But they could look to build on that a little bit further. We could even see a repre once more of Demon playing the Tidehunter. But there are still plenty of solid off-lane options in the pool. We could also see the Clockwork pop out once more. It seems to be one of the new top picks. But as we go through the bans now, Fire Dota removed the Medusa grab here. And Team eHug are going to eliminate the Jug. Worthy to note, no Axe, no Troll. Banned or picked, Blaze. What the hell is going on?
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's quite surprising. I mean, you just see that Team eHug, they want to jump with a certain hero, in particular the Bat Rider would be a great initiator in conjunction with the Medusa. But the Axe still not being picked up by Fire is kind of surprising. I think there's a lot of potential synergies where they could make their draft work for them, and Lion Axe would have been a more expected opener. But I don't know. I mean, we've seen Chibi Dota do a lot of good things with Brewmaster. Maybe it carries over Fire. Brax can micro pretty well with a lot of the heroes he's been playing, so we'll have to see. But I think the Axe still is worthy of banning or picking for eHug. I wouldn't say that Fire are really going to combine it with what they already have on the field.
eHug, a peculiar ban on the anti-mage. Already seeing that Fire had banned out the Medusa, so it's not like eHug are kind of reserving for the Medusa grab themselves, and it's not like they have to really fear this anti-mage really being the direct counter, so it just seems peculiar to me. It is a grab that Ush has gone to from time and time again, but we'll see where they decide to go from there. I'd already mentioned that if he was really looking to go into farm-intensive mode, Naga was one of his top, if not the top picks of what he falls back on. Clockwork is going to be the grab here, so we will see Demon do a reprieve of that role from what we saw in game number 1. Even though he had a slow and staggering start, it was those last couple of hook shots that helped him be the real playmaker and have Fire just easily avalanche over Team eHug.
Clockwork is a very NA hero. It's one that you can just make those big plays happen, and no matter what happens throughout the entire game, it all comes down to that 1 minute where you just make the huge plays. You make some real good cog movement, the Clockwork hook. It can be a game changer, and I think it's really good against Earthshaker. He can't actually cast any spell but Echo Slam within the singular range of the Battery Assault, so that can be pretty good to just manage against. It also might be a potential counter initiation tool against Bat Rider. We'll have to see. But yeah, in general, I think that the one major aspect of this drafting matchup between these two teams is that supports are such a big deal. Fluff and Stuff is just one of the best support players in the NA scene Obviously, we've seen a lot of cool things from Trouf, Ryuza, and fucking Med as well. So they do definitely want to prioritize getting heroes like Lion or Venge either off the field or in their hands. And you can say the same about heroes like Chen. Not so much Enchantress, she kind of sucks right now. But the Air Shaker's been pretty good too. Here comes the Skywrath, going to round up the lineup really nicely for eHug. But they know what to expect from Fire at the very least. They know where Clockwork's going to be in the off lane. They know Brewmaster's mid, Lion, going to be rotating around, but mostly supporting in the safe lane. So if they can follow through with a draft that can kind of work around this nicely, I think they're going to be pretty happy. And the Slark is not going to go to eHug. I really expected eHug to be fourth picking Slark here, but it is going to be an Ush Slark for Fire Dota.
All right, I like the snowball potential, the aggression, and this time he doesn't have to worry about being a little bit more on the defensive like he had to be with his sniper. This time he can be the one that looks to go on the prowl, and I do like that Skywrath Mage grab. Obviously a nice little counter there to the Brew with the insta-silence, plus Clockwork could put himself, or maybe even his allies, into a bit of jeopardy with that Mystic Flare, given this is the opportunity before Clockwork could be forced into grabbing a Blade Mail to just counteract that. Now, you got your Slark grab, and immediately in response, eHug pick up the Shadow Fiend, who managed to just kind of swag his way through the draft at this point, and he has the benefit of working with it on the Radiant side. Early minus armor, not additional synergy with it as of yet, but we'll have to see where they do take it from here. We are still looking potentially for the Yawar hero. They always love to save it for the very end, so I'm curious to see where they're going to look to take it. Phantom Assassin had been something they've fallen back on before. Plus, of course, got to say that the Morphling's there. Anytime it's not banned, you really never know what you could have on your hands with that one. But Morph against the Slark. Slark is usually one of the go-tos you can take against the Morph, at least in my opinion. So with that, might be a questionable grab.
I don't know about the Shadow Fiend, man. I kind of feel like it's a TI1 HY grab. It's like everybody knows how to counter the Shadow Fiend, everybody knows how to suppress him, and he might have as bad of a game on the side of eHug as the Sniper did on the side of Fire. I mean, the thing is, they do play Sniper for Infinity a lot, so they probably have a good idea of how to play around a vulnerable hero that doesn't like to be gone on too hard, but no matter the case, it feels like it is going to be kind of an open, a gaping wound for their draft here. That's just a point of vulnerability that could cause a lot of issues. Clockwork, Battery Assault makes it so SF can't get his ulti off unless he has somebody else in the cogs with him or he has a BKB active. You've got the Brewmaster who can just split out of it for the most part. He's probably not going to be one-shot by the Yule's Requiem combo, and then he's going to be able to break away unless he gets silenced up. But the Troll Warlord does come through, and this gives me a little bit more confidence because Yawar gets to run the Shadow Fiend now. Yawar picking up the Shadow Fiend for himself, putting a lot on his shoulders here.
Yeah, so with that, you get a severe amount of attack speed between the two of them. Could be some nice dynamic core action, but getting a hold of someone like the Slark is a tall order, and bursting through Brew with that split at the ready, given if Skywrath is not able to be there with the silence, could be a bit tricky. The Zeus pickup is what really percolates me, Blaze. I mean, it's looking like now it's going to be a support Zeus, but I'm trying to imagine what is the impact that he brings to this game that they felt they had to grab it in the 5th pick. It's not like there's huge global presence. He's great, I guess, for the anti-ward or some just, good de-wardage. But outside of that, I'm just not too sure. I'm not too convinced why it really offers a whole lot. And I'm always nervous when it's a support Zeus because he's one that really needs to get the levels underway so he can reach potential. Otherwise, he ends up being almost a burden if he starts getting caught out and picked off in the early game.
I guess you definitely could look at it that way. I kind of see it as a very efficient way of dewarding. You have the fact that you get free sentry wards pretty much anywhere as long as you have the mana to support it. That's wasting time. That's not wasting resources. Another thing is the aspect of how great this ultimate can be. If Zeus just gets to level 6 at a good time, the fact that you can go for like solo Brewmaster plays with the extra little burst of damage there with Thunder Gods. 225 damage. If you look at these heroes, that will make or break somebody dying. Like they'll be at maybe 800 HP when the Blink Dagger's online for the Brewmaster, when the Slark might be prowling around with the Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
That Thunder Gods could just tip them over the edge, make every kill clean, and easy getaway. Clockwork could even make those plays happen with his hookshot. We've seen that from Demon already, where he's very willing to just go on a support and make the risky plays. But across the board, I think that as long as Zeus gets to 6 at a decent time, he's going to be doing pretty good. And other than that, he's going to have really good map control because the Slark passive along with the Zeus lightning bolt.
Battle begins.
Yeah, plus the benefit that it looks like Shadow Fiend and Troll, that's just the formula to try to maybe do Roche sooner than later, even on Radiant side. And with Zeus, and hopefully he's able to get that level 6, he can make sure that, you know, wards are taken care of by the Roche pit so they don't have that advantage. And then obviously with the global foresight, you can see what exactly is going on if Infinity does leave the map for a period of time. So with that advantage, Fire hoping to have true control through the early game. I say that though, but look at the early aggression already coming out. Ryuza is going to come to the mid lane and just help Yawar secure the CS and the advantage at the first wave or two. And Brax now is going to be forced to try to address that, but continue to move back and forth. And plus with the positioning, he's not even leeching away XP from Yawar. It's just simply here to harass and force Brax back. I mean, with this, he's got to use one of these two shared tangos, and it's rough. I mean, look at this. God damn it. He's got to go back. He's down to 100 life. It pops his salve, and it's been free and easy for Yawar in the first wave.
Yeah, normally speaking, the Drunken Haze would make it very difficult for a Shadow Fiend that opens with Necromastery. Some go for the Raze these days, but either way, like he's actually getting some good CS because of the Skywrath play, and it's going to force Brax most likely to buy another healing staff. If he doesn't, then he could be like at like 600 gold, almost to his bottle, but actually be completely suppressed in the lane because Ryuza got all these clarities. 3 clarities to the lane makes a lot of spells to spam, and he either needs a magic stick or a salve, or he's just gonna have a really sad time.
He's just going to be here probably till the 2-minute rune, just to make sure Yawar has that much space and that much of a start. He can build up that early bonus damage. He's got already 12, so his right click is just absolutely well and above where Brax is going to be at. So he's just going to be able to have that early dominance. The job is done, so Ryuza can look to adventure elsewhere and help maybe zone out the offlaner a little bit here and there. You got fucking Mad here on the low ground on his Lion, trying to contest MJW, gets the spike, and now gets the Hex. Is the Firefly going to wear down here? It is very close. He's got about 40 life. Mad's trying to get close enough to him. Maybe one more little pot shot.
Might
but
have it.
please. Bah! Come on. No, I need another.
So
it's
close.
not going to be happening. He's still moving for this one.
The Ancient Deny.
But he has to get back. So, yeah. Batrider denies himself. Mad could be the one in trouble now. You have Ryuza, who's got a couple of Arcane Bolts. I think Mad's dead as well. Yep, concussive shot, some right clicks, and Arcane Bolt. There's nothing he can do. And that is going to be your first blood. Very unfortunate. Bloodthirsty eyes for Mad in that one, but it's MJW who gets the upper hand, denying himself, taking himself back, and they are the ones who benefit instead from the bonus.
Yeah, that is actually a really... I mean, I understand why he went for the play. It was so close.
Oh, they're going to get Brax too! Long-range raise after the follow-through. Ryuza is putting in the mileage in the early game right now, helping out Yawar at the start. Then he gets the pick there, comes back, and helps take down Brax. Oh, really nice early lane performance from eHug.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a concussive shot doing a lot of work. This hero can do so much at just level 2, and he's actually going to be going for a max Arcane Bolt build, so not really prioritizing maxing the silence in order to make sure the Brewmaster can't split. He knows, like, heroes like Slark aren't really going to be inhibited if they get the Dark Pact off anyways, so we're actually going to be seeing this build that just emphasizes as much spam as possible. Going from 5 seconds to 4 seconds is really nice for your Arcane Bolt cooldown, and if he has the intelligence to support it early on, that's going to work out fine for him.
Yeah, we've even seen some. I mean, yesterday, the Skywrath Mage pulling together like 6 kills, just decided to get a couple of null talismans just so he could continue to dish out the heavy burst. And he's still trading here with Mad. Mad's able to get off the stun, and now he's again going to go on the prowl here. Will need additional assistance. Has the Hex. It's only level 1, but that move speed with the boots, Ryuza's going to easily fly away.
In the meantime, Trop's going to have a really nice lightning phase here, going for the triangle pull and a little bit of stacking for himself. He's going to get some good experience independently of the lane. Demon still going to find a level 6 at a pretty good time, though. Previous game, he was sitting around level 3, level 4 for a very long time in the laning phase, and it was just really good creep control from eHug. But the one thing that Skywrath, being in the mid lane, fails to accomplish is really controlling the equilibrium the way they were in the past. I think that was one major aspect of why Demon had such a slow start, and now he's going to be the tempo control for this game, though. Infinity manning up pretty hard here and has enough damage, most likely to bring him down. The last right click, despite the cogs, and that is a very high-impact kill. Get him to solo 1v1.
Yeah, good heads-up play there from Infinity to know when it was the right time to, well, pounce onto Demon mid lane. It just continues to be a struggle for Fire as they take down Brax again. This is devastating for the Fire mid lane. Bottom also, we were just praising Demon for having a better offlane setup, but with that takedown, things kind of go back the other way. How's top lane looking, though? Ush is 27-7. He's kind of found the farm he wants to for now, but he is desperately going to be looking to try to get things started. I mean, potentially an early Midas could be coming together before he gets his positional item, whether it be that Blink or Shadow Blade.
Yeah, we really just haven't felt the presence of the line here. Fucking Mad tried to get involved with that play against the Bat Rider, and that's pretty much the only thing he's done this game. Like, we've seen some really good pulls from Earthshaker. We've seen some great zoning and killing from Ryuzo's Skywrath, which already feels like it's like his most comfortable hero. I mean, he's played a lot of Venge. Maybe the synergy of the Long Lost Lovers might work out in his favor, but I don't know, like this line is a hero that can do so much at level 1 early on in the laning phase. 58 attack damage right now, boots first, and he still hasn't done anything favorable for his team. So I think they're relying on him to make the play happen and make it happen soon.
MJW splits from the offlane and starts working in the jungle. He's got about 1,200 gold saved up towards getting that early Blink Dagger. He loves to rush it right away. Doesn't care for those Tranquils to step off. So here we go. You're asking for Mad to get involved and get something going. He's smoking, looking to turn the corner. Demon on the bottom. He gets the rune. It's a DD, but they're looking to cut him off at the pass. Fluff's going to be there, but Brax is getting involved as well. Trouf is surrounded by 4. And there's going to be the quick burst down. Brax gets the kill, which he desperately needs at this point after being already brought down twice in the mid lane. He takes what he can and will walk back over. Meanwhile, Mad still on the prowl here. Scouts out the little Skywrath mage and heads himself back.
Yep, they're going to be blocking off these camps here, which is actually really nice here. Fluff and Stuff places down the Sentry Ward on the western side of the Radiant Jungle, and that means that he isn't going to be stacking for the Shadow Fiend. No triple raise here. We do have a double stack on the hard camp, but that is now blocked off, and a double stack it will remain for at least 4 minutes. But beyond that, I think that was a very necessary kill for Fire, but they invested the smoke, they invested rotations, they invested a lot of time. The kills coming up from eHug are so clean and efficient. Like, they're in the lane already. They don't go anywhere to get those kills. It's just they fall into their lap, and I feel like Fire have to fight for it.
They want Infinity. Stun, and Fluff starts bringing down the lightning. And with that, Demon's going to just put him into a cage of death, and they get their kill. So Fire on the crawl back at this point. Find 2 sweet pickoffs there. First on Trouf, now on Infinity on this troll in the bottom lane. Well, top, they're making the go on to Ush. Silence is there. Fisher leads things off. Arcane, but he's got the pounce. And he says, see you later, and he'll be fine. Be able to step away and regen quite a bit. He has the Midas recipe, and he's about 5 ticks away from getting it together. And with that, begins the farm.
Yeah, so that's very beneficial for them to actually acquire the Midas and now feel much more confident in the foothold they have in this game. That is the Slark. Slark is an amazing hero, and in this circumstance, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage as long as he avoids the big Echo Slams and Requiems. Those are the 2 things that you might get too involved in because they're both proximity based when you clump up in a big circle, and he obviously is one that wants to be right there on top of his targets. But a lot of the other stuff he can avoid, the lasso, the Skywrath silence, the sticky napalm even can be dispelled, so that's really nice. But I think another really big aspect is Fire not being able to really do much more than preventative measures. They're delaying the farm from eHug, but they're not going to be able to like just get anything more than a couple of kills here with the Clockwork Hook. The Bat Rider won't be farming that quickly though, and that was one issue that they had last game, was MJW completely outpaced Demon's Clock because of the jungle and that option that they had to them.
Actually looking for something on bottom before MJW even has his blink complete. He only has about 2k gold. Maybe he's just using this opportunity to go over to the jungle nearby, and that seems to be the case. He's going to be welcomed to a sad sight of mud golems and then another camp that's been blocked. So very unfortunate. Maybe these little healers, but no, Infinity's like, these are mine. Don't even look at them. So poor little MJW's got to wait a little bit longer before he can get some secured gold to get that Blink Dagger, unfortunately. But look at Demon. He's going right for the Blade Mail. That way, once the Mystic Flare starts coming online, maybe he can give Skywrath a rude awakening.
Yeah, he likes just rushing the Blade Mail outright. A lot of offlane clocks, too. There are some games that is much better than others, but overall, it's no matter what, a good all-around item to have. We do see the Shadow Fiend is pulling up towards 30 Necromaster stacks. He's at the 29 cap now, and 7 more will be soon to come. But you look at his items, and he's going for the kind of Eastern Hemisphere build here. The Mechanism coming out, much more popular in China and SEA. And we'll see you are trying to get that effective HP that'll make it more difficult for those quick picks that we were talking about.
I guess just wagering that they would love to have the sustain, not really having a natural Mechanism holder outside of the Shadow Fiend. Doesn't want to be like his brother. whatever the reason may be, yeah, he's going down that road. The sustain seems to be of the utmost importance. Plus, you get the little bit extra durability and the armor. And now the bounty rune, which is going to be exposed here at the top. Maybe hoping they can get a bait situation with it, but that's not going to be the case right now. So we'll see how much it really pays off for him. And the thing is also, you know, when you go with your Yules, Requiem kind of a build-up, you know, your clockwork with this blade mail could also prove to be trouble for him as well. We've seen in numerous highlights that just a simple tick of a blade mail could auto-delete the other way. So we'll see if that's going to be the influence or not. 4-3 though, relatively slow start. Very early look at the graph. What was once a swell for eHug after the first couple of picks at about 2K is just right back to dead even. And touching base with your cores, we have Ush on his Slark in the top lane, still working with that Midas. Got power treads at about 500 gold. Bottom lane, Infinity, the core for eHug. He's getting jumped right now, and he could be solo taken down from Demon, but Trouf is there. Just the tip of that figure is going to help him, and now they turn right back on the Demon. Mad shows up. They take down Demon. And with that, it's going to be just a good counter initiation and good movement from eHug to help out their almost fallen comrade, Infinity.
Yeah, that was very interesting. Infinity was trying to TP out there. I couldn't tell what tower he was TPing to, or maybe going back to the well at full HP or mana, but it was enough for them to bait the Clockwork into jumping on him. Made it a very, very close call, but in the end, the support reinforcements arrived, and they were able to get some...
They got Ush. Easy blink and lasso debut there for MJW. Proves to be one of the biggest targets they could ask for. They take down the Slark. And with that, just happy. MJW always seems to find his man once he gets a hold of that blink dagger. And now it's eHug coming back the other way. What was a nice start. Fire managed to throw together a couple of nice ganks. eHug respond. Very even kind of a matchup between these two teams. We're definitely not seeing in this series as of yet one team that really outclasses the other.
Yeah, I feel that eHug has the bigger shopping list, though. Essentially, they're going to have to pick up a lot of major items to make sure that their heroes are operating at full capacity. We have the Force Staff that you have to have against a Clockwork, especially to help out the Shadow Fiend. Like, the Yawar is going to be the target of choice for Demon 9 times out of 10. And beyond that, you've got the... Oh, Shved Troll, honestly. He got rocket flared. He farmed up a camp, walked away, waited for it to spawn, and then started farming again. And Brax says, no, sir. Not by my watch.
I left for one hot second, and that's when he went down. I was not suspecting, and I bet Infinity wasn't either, that Brax had his blink dagger at the ready, and he just went down. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're making the jump once more to Demon. Blade Mail's popped. It does big damage on Yawar, but he is dead. Fluff toys the idea of doing the ult, but there's the mech. Brax says go for it anyways. Pulls out the split, wants to finish off the Shadow Fiend, gets the stun. Immolation Burn's going to be coming out through. He puts him into a corner and gets it done. The ultimate still flies out, and Fluff will be brought down from Ryuzan with the Arcane Bolt. And now they might be able to get the bear, the desperate little Earth Bear. Oh, God.
He's got the blink. I think he'll be okay.
Oh, no, he won't. The fissure, it does. He's at the low ground, but the lasso's right there, and he pulls him right back to the high ground and says, you're not going anywhere. And they will be able to bring him down. It is a 3-for-1 trade all day. It looked like a questionable engagement. They paused once before really making the commitment, and at that point, it was just a little too risky. But Demon's back on bottom. Hookshot is on cooldown. eHug continued to find a good couple of kills, and it's an 800 gold swing their way.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Demon just didn't see the fact that the SF has had a bottled Invis rune for about a minute at least at the time, and he just, yeah, he found himself face to face with just the shadows because he wasn't able to actually stay on his target. Now he's going to find an opening here onto Infinity.
Oh, damn you, Golem! Sidestep.
Oh,
Trouf walks in, dunks the head of Lion, and now Demon's in trouble once more. Deja vu as they try to make the engagement, and they could lose more in numbers. Luckily, though, Brax is on the way. He is going to be going without a split. Jumping clap. It's an air ball from him as well. Everyone kind of staggering all over the place, but eHug kind of played slow. They've already gotten the upper hand and taken down Mad, but they're not done yet. MJW takes to the skies. Still has 15 seconds before Lasso's there. But eHug do the right thing. They take their one kill and step off. You're talking about how eHug have a lot more on the shopping list, but at this rate, they're going to build up the budget to really go to the mall.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to see Yawar have some difficult choices on his hands. He's got the mechanism. We already talked about how that kind of allows him to not be completely just decimated by all Fire's nukes. But a big factor, they're going to try for it. No, Demon, please play safe for just a couple minutes here. Get your ultis back up. But Yeah, he's gonna go for the Yules now. A very top lane. Initiation will bring down the Skyward Mage, so nice kill there. But the Shadow Fiend will go for the Yules. It's a great initiation tool. It's good mana, good movement speed. He can actually use his raises to farm the jungle, which is a nice option for him. But one big thing is now once he has the Yules, he still has to be worried about things like the Blade Mail or the Brewmaster taking him out of the fight. He has to pick up a BKB, and so he's got BKB, probably a Blink Dagger, a Yules, and a Mechanism, taking up 4 of his 6 inventory slots. And from there, how do you kind of really transition that into the carry that you need for the later stages of the game? Obviously, Infinity will give him some carry potential with the extra movement or attack speed boost, but it's still kind of one of those things where you're investing a lot in your ultimate, and Fire have a lot of ways to play around it.
I do have to say, though, as eHug continue to find these picks, Fire still managed to be there still neck and neck, and you're considering that, well, it looks like neither team have taken a tower yet. It's pretty impressive considering eHug have the advantage in kills 10-6. So, with that said, MJW, he's on the prowl once more. He's got smoked up, and he's thinking about making a jump. Fluff steps away. Brax already breaks to the low ground, and it looks like they could avoid. Yeah, they will. MJW's not going to get his opportunity. I say that, though, but Fluff is still dancing nearby, making all of the Fire fans pretty nervous right now. But MJW will retreat out and have to wait for the next opportunity to strike.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, so as it stands right now, the big thing is Ush, what he does with this early Shadow Blade pickup. He's got the Midas, he's got the Shadow Blade, but if he's under tower, it's going to be very difficult to find a kill like that. So, essentially, he's
Dire's middle tower
taken a lot of time,
under
16
attack.
minutes for himself. He's had a lot of me time, and he churns out a decent amount of attack speed and this Lothars. He really needs to make sure that it's worth his while. Again, he will know that whether or not he is detected because of the Shadow Dance passive, but we do see him mid. The hook goes in onto a creep one.
Oh, Demon not going to get the opportunity here. Gets silenced. There goes the Mystic Flare ult, which he promptly pops the Blade Mail, but it's an initiation gone awry. Meanwhile, you see Ush looking to come in from the back lines. Could get Skywrath Mage, will do so, and Trout could be the next one. Goes into Shadow Dance. The ult's there. They managed to clean up 2 after they lose Mad, but yep, Cyclone, and they look to scavenge onto him. There's going to be the pounce. It's going to be a 3-fer. Triple kill for Ush. Probably the best thing you could ask for Fire at this point as they blaze their way down the mid lane. Now even things up, 11-9. Well, not technically even, but with those 3 kills, they are right back into the mix.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that went well for eHug. They did get a solo kill on the Lion. They did take a tier 1 tower because this is Troll we're talking about. But still, that's huge. Fire are able to get so much out of that, committing a couple ultimates and really starting to actually go on the offensive, finding the kill opportunities they need and pulling both graphs in their favor. Midas has really been helping that so far for Ush, and he's going to continue to accumulate a lot of high-level value. He's going to be moving in towards an ultimate orb next, and that most likely will turn into the Eye of Scotty, which would make it very difficult for eHug to deal with this slippery fellow.
They're making the jump on the mid. They got Demon. Clockwork kidnapped, pulled back, Echo Slam. 2 ults committed, and they get the job done. So with that, eHug move on forward. You see Yawar actually does go for the Yules as well after grabbing the mech. Nice little hybrid build coming out from him. But they look to maybe press some objectives here as they want to add some pressure on this tier 1. Brax, here is the defender, still has 30 seconds before Split would be up and ready. Fluff's about to have his ultimate. Mad's waiting. Demon will be back in 10 seconds. They could go for a counter fight here if eHug commit to a push. Does not look like they will, though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, there is a lot of good nice little counter spells, like the Arc Lightning can counter push, and that'll be pretty convenient for them. But I think Infinity's going to be doing most of the siege damage here. He's going to be continuously finding opportunities where he has a 1v0 lane, and he's just going to be barreling down, playing some tower destruction rather than defense. In the meantime, we're going to be seeing the build-up of early items on the supports. We're going to have to see who picks up the first 4 staff for eHug beyond just a standard one you get on the Batrider.
Matt has a blink, and he catches out Trout. Blinks in, finger, got him. It's Demon, though, is able to quickly snag that KS with his rocket. And they get the support grab. Now eHug, knowing that there's a lot committed to the top lane, feel maybe a bit more comfortable. They go mid. Infinity pops the ultimate. And now the jump forward. They get Brax with the lasso and the silence, and he gets absolutely destructed. With the ult coming out, Ush trying to sneak on forward, tries to get a hold, but has to run away, but the Yules catches him, And now the raises come through. Ush is going to be taken down. The pack flies off, but that was a bit ambitious for the carry player to jump into the 4 of them.
Yeah, that's very costly. And if you consider the fact that he got caught by the Requiem early, there's no way he gets a kill on even the support because his damage is reduced by 50%. So he goes in, he tries to make the play happen, it doesn't pan out, and he just gets completely caught. This Roach is going to be pretty interesting, though. The rocket was scouted out, so both sides know about it. But with the battle chance, it looks like they'll commit.
Shouldn't take too much muscle to get it done. MJW will scout from above. The rockets continue to fly in. Fluff and Mad nearby. Blink and Earthspike. Oh man, they are playing with fire here as they think they can maybe make a go onto eHug, and Mad's going to be the one that will ultimately be caught out. Demon jumps in. Does he get the snag? Doesn't look like he does. Unfortunately, he will also go down. Yawar, Shadow Fiend laughing at him as he takes his Aegis and walks away. Flashy, valiant effort, but I don't think it's going to be happening. Fluff could get caught now. Brax jumps in. He gets silenced immediately. Oh, Echo Slam follow-up Disasterville for fire as they go in trickling one at a time, thinking maybe this is the opportunity to engage, but eHug continually just get a hold of them and just really lay it into them. Oh man, how things have turned right after Ush was able to throw together a nice triple kill. eHug find what is a total of 5 or 6 kills thereafter.
This is just fire crumbling, honestly. They are got to be on tilt after this one. Like, the amount of plays they've tried to make and the amount of attempts they've had at getting positive momentum have just been completely stifled by eHug. Every time they try to do something, it's a silence or a stun to meet them, and they just get absolutely destroyed. It's got to take a team with some really good psychological resolve to continue playing at full capacity after this heavy of a loss in the early game. But still, it's only 21 minutes in. We have a lot of potential time on our hands. But for now, eHug looking really, really good. And they're going to start building just push momentum. The smoke breaks. Mad Scott will be able to blink out, though. And it doesn't look like that's going to come much for fire.
I like the play. They obviously didn't have vision in the lane, but they had their smoke nearby in hopes that if it was to pop, they would just immediately jump the bridge and be able to hopefully get a hold of someone. But Mad with the Blink Dagger saw trouble coming and blinks back and away, and they won't get that opportunity. And with that, eHug just kind of segue up to this top lane, and they'll be able to add some pressure now onto this tier 1. Fluff scouts out with the ultimate, it looks like. Not really any engagement on bottom as they're just going for a split push, maybe hoping to trade the tower, but the tower top lane was once full, and now it's immediately dead. Just goes to show eHug can definitely take what they want, and very, very quickly.
Oh, they might be able to get Yawar twice here. They're going to go ahead. Hookshot will connect, and they will pop the Aegis. Now looking for the finalization of the kill. They have the pounce. They have a nice COG knockback, and they have the Earth Spike.
Beautiful. Beautiful job right there to catch the prized grab of Yawar on the way out. So Aegis is going to be out of the game. And with that fire, get a small swell. That's like 1,400 gold just for that grab alone. Thank you very much, Rubber Band, for the fire team. But hey, eHug still feel confident and comfortable. Just very unfortunate that he couldn't find his way out. Props to Demon. Good hookshot engagement.
Yeah, definitely a smart pickup there. They were looking at just the supports, couldn't cancel any TPs, but when they saw Yawar overstayed his welcome just a little bit too long, they were able to punish it. He still buys up some pretty big items, though. He doesn't even go for the BKB I was talking about, which seems actually pretty important in this game, but he's going to go straight for Scotty, and he'll be getting it pretty soon. MJW with a very close blink out. That would have been a very unfortunate pick-off, but I don't know. I mean, with so much gold in the hands of eHug, even though some of it's going back the other way, we see the Blink Dagger come up from the Earthshaker, and SF's going to be damn tanky, even if he can't stop the Blade Mail's damage.
With that, Fire walk away. They take a tier 1 in the mid lane, and they head towards bottom where a tier 1 still stands. They feel pretty comfortable here. Brax has split ready to go. Ush still building up towards that Scotty. Was on a hot track to getting a hold of it after that triple, but here we go. Invisibility rune actually going to be picked up here for Brax, so we'll see if eHug look to go on the defense. The tower is already pretty weak and wounded. Probably won't be worth the effort. I say that, but here's Trouf. He's going to put himself behind. He has a Blink Dagger here in the Echo level 2. This could be a good counter fight. Jumping onto Ush, but he gets hit from above. Ush able to pounce away. Shadow Dance is going to be there, and he walks on out. Split comes out from Brax. Demon gets a hold of Ryu's on the back lines, drops the BKB, and your Skywrath Mage should go down. Meanwhile, they get a hold of Mad even further back behind the lines. MJW trying to go toe-to-toe here with Demon. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, you can see Fluff and Trout going toe-to-toe. Infinity moves in, helps him finish it off. And now it's Fire trying to make their escape. eHug do a good counter fight there. Trout helps sets things up, but it's Fire trying to walk away. Ush barely alive at the end of it. Even. See you later. Double kill for Yawar. Oh boy, 3-for-1 trade. Not going for Fire. I mean, I suppose they at least get the tower. Yep, they do. It was not denied, but that certainly was not worth, Blaze. Not worth.
Yeah, I mean, at least without their core heroes going down, the fact that the Slark survived just a little bit through that initiation with the unveiling of the Blink Dagger and the fact that Brax gets to walk away and finish off his Vladimir's is going to be nice. But yeah, it is 3 heroes getting very, very little, just a tower kill and a support kill, and they did use the split up for now. So the Vladimir's offering is going to be pretty nice for Brax. It's going to counteract
Dire's
the
bottom
presence of the Dark
tower is
Lord that
under
you see
attack.
from the Shadow Fiend. The armor net gain is 0, and that's going to be perfectly fine for them. But we saw one issue with Yawar. He wasn't able to stay as active in the fight, getting tornadoed a couple of times there. Made it very difficult
Dire's
for him to
structures
stay
are
involved.
fortified.
But now he's got a Scotty, and no matter what, he's going to be present.
They make the jump onto Yawar. He does the self-fuels. Ush goes right into the pit. The finger's there. He can't get the Requiem off. The Hex is going to be there immediately. He gets the death one off, but they're going to be fine. Now they pounce. They could get Infinity as a follow-up here. Ush goes toe-to-toe, showing off his Scotty, but he gets lassoed into a Mystic Flare, and he will be bursted down. He even drops the cogs, trying to make his way on through, but it looks like eHug are going to look to step back. Oh, airball, unfortunately, on that Earth Spike, but Brax shows up as the final curtain to try to get a couple of sweet kills, and will do so. Double kill for Brax on his brew. Now it's eHug trying to make their great escape, and Fire end up trading 3-for-1.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. They aren't able to get the gem out of it. MJW recently picking up that gem is what really helped out killing off the Slark, because he wasn't Shadowblade when the lasso connected. But no matter, they walk away with the gem. They're going to just kind of regroup, and this is such a back-and-forth game. Like, this actually could go either way. At first, eHug just seemed almost impossible to bring down, but because Yawar is still very vulnerable to spells that disable him, it's actually not too difficult for Fire to take the occasional win, and it just comes down to initiation once again.
Roche clock. Still got a couple of moments here before we'll see the new clock spot. I'm sure Fire are going to have their eyes on it this time. But eHug step back now after the recent takedown. A good couple of grabs there as Fire were able to take down both cores. And now you see Scotty Gaming happening on both fronts. Yawar's got his at the ready. But it's really hard to say. This game seems pretty up in the air at this point. Both teams seem to have their fair advantages. If this decides to go late game, Brax, do you put favor for eHug here, having both the Troll and the Shadow Fiend, or do you think just having a lot behind the Slark is more than enough for Fire?
It's Blaze, but
Oh, what did I say?
He said Brax.
I said, you know what I meant. Sorry, Lays.
Certainly.
Jump in, they get Ush. Silence, Mystic Flare is able to walk out, but the Requiem is going to be popped. Yawar dishes out the raises. It is into a Blade Mail. Ush moves in, gets used immediately, but will be able to follow up with the Death Pack. Now he begins to pull out the right click. Meanwhile, Brax is able to get his own kill, taking down Trout. MJW also goes down, and now they Cyclone up Infinity as they will look to finish him off. Mad's got the spike ready to go as the follow-up, and Ush is looking to come in right at the tip. It's able to catch Infinity, and now they will be able to clean up the Troll. Double kill for Ush, taking both Yawar on his Shadow Fiend, and now Infinity's Troll. Another big fight goes the way of Fire.
Yeah, and this is huge. I mean, they're going to be able to build this momentum a lot. Roche is going to spawn in only 40 seconds here with a double damage available. They don't know it, so they probably won't position themselves in posture for the early spawn, but it's still on the table. And, I mean, they have a lot of tools to be up at the perfect time. But as far as the late game scaling here, it's going to be tough to consider. I mean, they're right now, eHug have to get over this hump where they have absolutely no BKBs. Up against a Fire's lineup, not having a BKB is very detrimental to your potential team fight. Troll will get there soon. Batrider is pretty much there. And Yawar, I'm assuming, will go at next. But even then, you're not really packing the punch that you want to. You're relying on Necromaster stacks to deal your damage. And otherwise, you have, what, 4 defensive items, I would say. So it's a difficult position because Fire have the better vision. They have Rocket Flare. They have Thunder God's Wrath. They can scout out smokes, and when it all comes down to it, it might just come down to one little pickoff. And although MJW's Batrider is what I would say that one of the best things you can have in a late game situation, the scouting potential from Fire should probably negate some of that presence.
So now, eHug back from 2 back-to-back big fights that they were dropped down. Fire with their advantage. Roche is back up. It looks like Fluff wants to go ahead and go on ward duty here. Put up the vision. Already has the D wards underway with the benefit of your Zeus, and then they can look to... Oh, they're actually going to have a triple stack as well here to farm up. Lots of income to come their way here. eHug, Blaze, do you feel they have enough of a chance to kind of put good contention on the Roche? I mean, they got MJW Bat Rider. It's probably one of the best anti-Roche players in the game you can ask for. Simple flame break, sweep on through, and you can walk away with a big prize.
Take that.
But is it something they're going to look to do at this point? Fire already moving in? Oh, no. They're actually looking to maybe get a pick here on potential Trouf.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different options here. They're just talking about, they know that they didn't smoke under a ward because of Shadow Dance. They just keep on the move. But now they'll just de-ward and keep moving along, and they will go for the easy Roche. With the fact that there's no vision here, and they have some vision of their own, this Roche should be quite secure. And although eHug could look to contest it, I feel it would go disastrously for them.
And now, DD in hand for Brax. Doesn't seem like it's going to take a whole lot of muscle power here. eHug happy to kind of make a push happen here in the top lane instead. Yawar will scout things out and take away from the jungle. Looks like he's going to be building up into that BKB. And well, with that, eHug just kind of holding on out here. And now it's more momentum for Fire. Having the Aegis on hand, they can look to breach. They're probably going to look to take some tier 2s now and claim more gold that's already on the map.
Yeah, eHug just have to finish their farming, get their BKBs up. Troll's just about there. Will have to buy out for it if he wants it now. And Yawar, he's gonna have to keep just getting rice. In fact, I would have to say that Yawar hasn't gotten really much farmed up in the past 5 or 6 minutes. So Shadow Fiend, generally speaking, wants to be farming constantly, raising down waves, farming it up. 209 is still a pretty hefty creep score, but I think he's been sitting around like 190 plus for a very long amount of time.
There was a period there of at least 5-7 minutes or so. It felt like it was just one skirmish right into the other thereafter. So not a lot of opportunity to really spend a little bit of me time here. Whereas what we've been seeing that a lot as of recent. Now we got 2 teams looking to come back. New items online, new ammunition in the barrel. And Ush is going to be strutting his stuff here in the top lane. Does have help nearby. eHug are waiting in the wings here. You have MJW waiting side by side. Trouf as well. Maybe hoping they could spring the trap here onto Ush, but it would be a big mistake as Mad is just around the corner with a blink on the go. So it looks like nothing's going to come out of it. MJW says see you later, and we'll head back towards the mid lane, or at least the bottom lane rather for now. And it looks like we'll probably be waiting a little bit before we get our confrontation, Blaze. But they do have the Aegis, so they'll push down top lane, go for this tier 2, and we'll see if eHug look to take the fight there.
So we have a very interesting pickup coming in from fucking Mad. How do you feel about the Aghanim Scepter on Lion?
I mean, if we had a Darkseer to vacuum together and do the Hail Mary, I say why not, but I don't know. Maybe banking on the fact that Demon will get some big hook shot set up with the cogs, then you unleash a real hell. But yeah, that doesn't seem to be a common grab. Maybe something like a Force Staff or, you know, more utility would have been the common kind of a grab, but it's definitely interesting. Meanwhile, nearby, you can see Mad gets a hold of Ryuza and actually takes him down. Nice solo pick for him on the support. He's going to be... He has his Ags right now. Does he?
So
yeah, he does. Ags complete on your Lion.
And he's about to hit level 16, so the skill actually jumps up suddenly. Right now, it was just doing a 725 damage, but upgraded, it is going to be doing 1,000 magical. So very, very nice. But it does cost a hefty sum of mana, 650, and he is running at about 1,100 with that Axe up. But I agree that there's a lot more potential benefits from things like Force Staff. A well-timed Ghost Scepter E-Blade could be viable in this game too, but the Aghanim Scepter is the item of choice. Very short cooldown, clears out creep waves with it. If they're worried about being able to push waves with only the rocket flare, then they can get a little bit more there, and they can just keep the fight rolling. The only cooldown they really are that's going to be elongated is going to be the Brewmaster ulti. The Thunder Gods is actually 90 seconds as well, but you don't need that for a fight.
Oh boy, Brax and Viz scouts out MJW by his fiery trail here, and they're looking to converge. Meanwhile, Trouf sees Mad, pops the Echo, and also the jump's going to come out from Demon. They see Yawar, but Infinity jumps right on forward. BKB, though, is pops. Doesn't care to even go in the Blade Mill, even those BKBs there. Now turns back, goes for Demon once more. Yawar gets off the Requiem, but the Bears just happily soak it on up. and they take him down. Ush there to dish out the right click, goes to the high ground now. Once Infinity, the next big target, and Matt is going to be right on his case. Has the blink ready to go, 3 more seconds for the stun, and there's really nothing Infinity can do. Puts himself into a corner, but he is going to be donezo. And with that, it's a 2-man drop. The 2 big grabs for eHug. Fire get it done. Aegis is still online, probably for not much longer, but with that, they can follow up with hopefully some objectives here. They push down the top lane here. eHug beginning to sweat.
Most definitely. Right now, you just got to look at the net worth values and say the troll is not as farmed as he could be. He definitely hasn't been prioritizing building up his own item progression. The Shadow Fiend, he's got a lot of gold, but a lot of it was invested in Scotty. And I'm a big Scotty fan. In general, I think it's not picked up enough in games. But in this game in particular, it feels like he has so many other items that he feels he needs. BKB, Butterfly, that is what would allow him to be involved in the game. But Scotty, it's nice, and it means that he soaks up a lot of damage if they choose to put it into him, but it's not allowing him to win the fights.
So Fryer now going to be breaching high ground. They are able to take their tier 3. Ush is happy to be in front. His age is still there. I imagine it's ticking down, though. They're keeping eyes on it. There it goes. Aegis will be expired, and now they look to kind of get a hold of him. Fissure does catch him, but MJW kind of double pumps. Doesn't want to overcommit, jump in for the lasso. Matt is going to be there. Hookshot flies back the other way, and Demon is the one to move in, but quickly forces himself out. Ush decides to take the pounce. They both pop their BKBs, and now we're going to have an all-out brawl as the finger will fly. Ush goes down, zapped. Brax gets his mega kill, and now the Raxes are going to be exposed. But first things first, we got to clean out Infinity, but it looks like for now they're able to hold. Separated by the fissure. They keep them back. And now they go at it. MJW got to get right click down. Ush is going to be right on him. Brax continues to hunt, finishes it off, and now Fissure catches Brax in a corner, but the jump through from Matt, there's the finger. Zaps and takes down Infinity, and now the Rax are going to be dropped. Fire are able to breach. They're able to take down their Rax, and, well, eHug, unfortunately, it's not the defense they wanted. They get caught out. Nice reverse play there from Demon. Maybe they weren't expecting it, but they went right back in.
And that's just, I mean, they get, when there's the BKBs pop, they are able to clear through the high ground really nicely. I mean, this didn't even require too much because...
Huge Echo is able to finish off Brax, but it's at the expense of his own life to take down that core.
Well, did not expect that play. It's an interesting little trade. Will bring down the Brewmaster for now, but I don't think that Fire were looking to go mid lane right now anyways. They are still worried about, we're worried about that Echo. Now it's on cooldown for a little bit, and I think they're actually more willing to go to the high ground at this moment than if the Earthshaker hadn't made that call. The Brewmaster without split, he provides some nice auras, but he's not like allowing them to take the fight. The Earthshaker could have denied this push with the Echo Slam, and instead he uses it for a solo kill.
So it's going to be a tier 3 taken down, and they look to play it a bit more passive. Troll's now back. Yuar is obviously here, and they're going to have to clean out the damage that had been done. Top racks both annihilated, and they'll just clear out the CS while they can. Fire at this point, step away, takes away some of the farm from the eHug side, and you got 3,200 gold now farmed up on Ush. Looking to probably move on forward, complete out that Abyssal Blade. Force staff now complete on Trout. Maybe it would have been easier if he was able to jump in with that Echo and then force himself away to safety, but was not the case. Has it now, though, and if Fire so choose, they could wait out for this Roche and look to go from there to finish things off.
Yeah, just could control the map right now because the Zeus Slark combo. They can keep the wards rolling without committing to a Gemma True Sight for about 30 minutes through the game. Then the land, of course, after the Aghanim Scepter, will take MGWs that he purchased earlier and be happy to run around with that one. So he has a little bit extra tank. He can hold on to that without just dying instantly in the fights. And that means Batrider has purchased 2 gems this game. I mean, that's a hefty sum of cash to expend. I mean, he's already got what he really needs, the Blink, the Force, the BKB, but it feels like when you have this much of a net worth disadvantage, you need to make every penny count.
Yeah, and they really just don't want to be in the dark. Not against this kind of a team when you have Demon moving forward with those hook shots. Conveniently for Fire, the Roche timer is not that long. Unfortunate for eHug. So they could pull back and check it out after they push down this tier 2 bottom. eHug, though, makes the call to jump in. Ush is going to be able to pack off that lasso, though, and your initiation is going to be done for. Demon jumps forward, only connects onto Brax, though, who gets stunned up and silenced. Now they turn back. BKB going to be popped. Infinity gets the bash. Going onto Brax here. Can't get off the split, but now Yawar is able to unleash the right click. They lose support for support. Shroud jumps forward, pops the echo. They might get Ush here. Right click. He does go down. Big bounty for that one. Fluff is also going to go down. Big call here from eHug to take the fight, and they are going to walk away the victors if this keeps up. Brax, yeah, tries to get himself into a corner, but his bear shows. Able to blink to the other side, but they're going to ultimately catch on up. Yules is even there. And with that, a few more right clicks. Oh, Demon wants to get back in and at least get one more extra kill. Does do so, taking down the bat, and he's like, I got to get the hell out of here. You are not looking to pursue. And with that, it ends up being a 4 for 4 all day.
Yeah, it's still an extremely favorable 4 for 4 for the side of eHug, though. I mean, they get so much gold out of it in the end. Demon's still sticking around. Don't want to play Highlander with this one. There can be two. There can be two. Just get out of here. But still, it was like a very significant golden experience swing in favor of eHug as they're just fighting from behind. They are able to kind of hold position a little bit more, and I really like that they focus the Lion here. Because of the fact that the Lion has a Finger of Death on only 20 seconds cooldown, this means if you don't kill him within 20 seconds, he's going to be able to nearly double the potential output that he brings to the team fight. He's not like, it's like the Brewmaster after he splits, he's just bringing the AC and the Vlad's aura and a little bit of right click. But if you don't bring down the Lion, he's going to be getting an extra kill.
Yawar scouts out that low Roche timer, and he starts going for it, but he gets zapped from heavens above. So Fire have an idea of what's going on here. Ush is going to be back right now, and the buyback from Brax kind of sends a message through the air like, don't do that. That's our Roche. And eHug are going to be forced to pull away at that site. Don't want to force losing a big team fight here and then potentially another set of racks. You're talking that after already one set had been taken down, mid lane's already exposed, so after one big swing of a team fight, you know, Fire could easily just look to end this game outright. But for now, they're the ones that sweep on in to the Roche. eHug, maybe looking to contest. Trout has the Echo Slam up at the ready, but Demon says no. Yeah, not going to happen. Tries to slow them down and create that space. The Cogs do beautifully bounce them back, and Roche is going to be dead. So Ush is going to be able to pick up this Aegis, and it's their advantage. Cheese is going to go into the pocket of Demon, and now they're looking to take a fight. Brax has his BKB already popped, but the hook shot will connect onto Yawar. Mystic Flare, he's not popping the... Oh, he can't pop the Blade Mill. Apparently there's going to be the finger, connects on Yawar, but he does Yules himself, but ultimately will be brought down. It looks like Infinity trying to go toe-to-toe with Ush, but Ush pulls out the Shadow Dance, and Infinity has to run. Also, Yawar pulls out his buyback at this point, but there's going to be the Cyclone. Can they catch up and move on to Infinity here? No, it looks like Fire want to kind of play it slow for now.
It seems that way for Demon here. I mean, they've already forced the Shadow Fiend buyback. That's a huge net gain. If they overextend here, they definitely go, and it's going to be on to Giant.
Yep, there they get Trout. Pounce is connected. Finger again pops out. Ult flies out from Ush. Infinity goes down. Yawar on his buyback life here. Could pretty much be over, but they get a hold of Brax. They pull him in. Ush looking to help him out. Moving on forward. Pulls out the Death Pack. They both are pretty wounded. Earthspike not going to connect. And Fire with those couple of misses are going to have to pull back it away. Fancy little flip. Avoids the Flame Break. They still can't even go for this tier 2, unfortunately. Just desperate to try to take down these cores because that could be game.
Yeah, Fire hesitant without Demon. They don't get the teamfight control that they want, but because eHug were overextending, the best case scenario for them is they spend more buybacks to try to get an equal amount of kills, and it's actually Fire to take another kill advantage out of that. So happy for that exchange. They've got a lot to fall back on here. They have the Aegis on the Slark as he pushes them on the racks.
Ush starts chopping away at these racks here. eHug need to do something about it. They still got 25 seconds before Infinity will be back from the dead. They hit Ush with the Flame Break, and now Firefly pops out. MJW needs 5 more seconds, but Mad just absolutely zaps down the little Ryu's Skywrath Mage. There's going to be the jump. MJW can't connect with the lasso, tries to get away. Abyssal connects, and now Ush is going to punish him for it, but the Fisher's going to be there from Trout. Shadow Dance going to be procced, but the Raxes have already been taken down at this point. Troll is back from the dead and starts to TP in. Fire might need to get the hell out of there at this point. Mad, though, very tempted to try to get a hold and finish off MJW, but doesn't get it there. Hook shot flies in. Ush gets a solo kill, taking him down. Yawar will be able to TP back to the base after the jump in there from Demon, but it looks like eHug have finally had enough after 2 racks have been taken down. Fire, take it back the other way, and now we will have a 2-for-1 on our hands, or a 2-to-1 series as we go into a game number 4.
Going into it with this draft, this is how I thought the game would turn out, except for how well eHug did in the early game. They really just did so much work in the laning phase, just getting a bunch of kills that Fire probably shouldn't have given away, but they maintained their resolve. They were able to push through it. They said, okay, we fucked up here, here, and here, but let's just go to the next 10 minutes. We know we can do so many different things with our team fight, and Brax had some great initiations. Demon had a few questionable ones, and then he got his act together, and he was just pulling them off all the time, canceling Requiems with a hook shot, pulling a bunch of key targets into cogs, and just keeping control. eHug, they just couldn't snowball their momentum. They couldn't keep it without the BKBs being online soon enough, and it's actually Fire to take it away as Ush carries them to victory. He played a great start game here, 600 plus GPM, and closes out very succinctly. So nice game from Fire, going to game 4, and looking forward to it.
Time for game 4, everyone, so get ready, get your hardy hats on, or whatever the hell you do to watch Dota, and stick around because we're going to be happening right over here on Beyond the Summit. Show your support by hitting follow, and well, if you want to be a little extra generous, you can always subscribe, of course, to show a little bit of extra loving. Get the ticket in the Dota store. This may be just the NA qualifier, but there's a lot more Dota action that's going to be coming your way for Fallout Gaming's majors here. And myself, you can show some support by hitting me up on my Twitter at KotLGuy, and of course my statsman at KartDota, and of course Blaze at BlazeCasting. We'll be back in just a few moments with game number 4 of eHug taking on Team Fire.